Congressional Democrats are preparing a sweeping package of police reforms. This as pressure builds for a federal response to the death of George Floyd. Correspondent Erik Rosales reports from Capitol Hill. Eric?
Well, Tracy, lawmakers are grappling with how to respond to days of protest. They tell EWTN that they want to come up with some real change that will make a difference. Under the leadership of the Congressional Black Caucus, some of the proposals, the ideas that they're thinking about, grant money to improve police training and to ban the use of chokeholds. Prayers for justice ring out on Capitol Hill.
For our leaders, local and national, enlighten them with the wisdom and courage to address injustice where it resides.
Use our senators to make the weak strong.
With protesters in D.C. gathering outside the Capitol Wednesday, Republican Senator Marco Rubio assured them, "Please know those inside could hear you, but change will require listening." One Democrat is asking protesters to hear her message.
I think it's really time to go back to normal. I think the points of protest have been made.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are working on police reform legislation.
What's necessary here is to empower and enable more professional, less excessive force by police officers.
Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal says the country needs police training and education and a national registry of officers who've been charged and convicted of police brutality.
We're going to be having a hearing in the Judiciary Committee to stop the militarization of our nation that is a threat to not only peaceful protest, but all of our liberties.
But there's a wide perception among people of color, fear of the cops. And we got to get to the bottom of that and not just talk about it, but bring about corrective action.
Lawmakers are also calling for an end to the use of anonymous federal law enforcement officers during recent protests in cities like D.C.
We need to make sure that every single person that is involved in security from the federal government is identified.
Republican House Leader Kevin McCarthy renewed calls to end remote work. He said that the nation needs to heal, come together, and he also said that the nation needs its Congress back in Washington, D.C. Tracy.
Correspondent Erik Rosales reporting from Capitol Hill. Thank you, Eric.